Hi guys, Steve here. In this video I'm going to show you how to tame a Dinotherium. So if this video helps you, please consider liking, subscribing and sharing with your friends. Thank you. You can unlock the saddle to ride them at level 85. You can build it at Smithy. You'll need 150 cementing paste, 150 hide, 350 wood, 570 fibre and 20 metal ingots. This is where they spawn on the island, and if you're on your own server you might want to do a dino wipe to get them to spawn. To feed them you'll need to give them beer that you can make from these barrels, and they are a passive tame. I'd advise taking a flyer like an RG so you can get away if you get attacked. Plus if you find your tame in a forest, you can aggro them and then drag them out into the open. We have one there and one over there. You can't tame them both together because they're territorial, so I'd advise killing the lower level one. Take a gun because you'll need to kill all the hostile creatures around you. Look which one's the highest one, then we're going to kill the lower level. Now I've got an OK shotgun, and I'm going to show you what it takes just to kill this level 20. So you can see how many shots it takes, how fast it moves, and how much damage it can take. See, if you even fly away, it moves so fast it's on you within a few seconds. And it takes loads of hits with a shotgun. So you might want to kill it below a cliff, build a blocking wall, or kill it with friends. It's finally down. Right, I've already got the beer on the 0 of my hotbar. The Dinotherium will put his trunk up and start sniffing for the beer, then it will turn towards you. It wants to be able to trust you, so stand in front of it where it can see you. The combat music will come on, and then it will start doing head gestures. Each gesture gives a secret percentage chance to a successful feeding, and you'll need to wait for it to do enough gestures for it to get to 100%. However, it doesn't tell you anywhere which percentage each gesture gives. So you'll need to watch the Dinotherium, watch which animations it does, and add up all the percentages until you get to 100%. Then you're able to feed it. Let me show you how much percentage each gesture gives. Ear flap is worth 35%. Head swing is worth 15%. And trunk wiggle is worth 50%. However, there are two stances it does where it doesn't want you to feed it. One where it's holding its trunk to the left. If you went near it, it'll attack. And another when its ears are swept back. That means it's angry with you. It thinks you're trying to get him hammered. It'll still do all the head movements and even wiggle its ears. And if you're not paying attention to its ears pointing back, you might run in and try and feed it. If this happens, you can move away from it and move back, then it'll reset again. But when its ears are back like this, do not try and feed it no matter how many movements it's done. So it even does another ear wiggle, but if you go in, stand between its legs, it will stomp on you. And when it does, you're stunned in place for a bit. You're dazed and you've got to wait until that goes so you can move again. That's why you leave your bird close so you can escape on it. So from above, it's massively important to remember that if the ears are sticking out, the creature's happy and you can go in to feed it. But if the ears are swept back, it's angry, so never go to feed it. Walk away from it until it resets. Now there are two separate thoughts on how to tame these. They're almost the same, but because luck is involved, it's almost impossible to know for sure which one's right. So I'm going to cover both just in case. And because this is the third time I've redone this video. The first way of thinking is stacks, where people think every animation a Dinotherium does stacks up. So if it shakes its head 4 times, it gets times 4 15% and counts to 60% towards the 100% you need to feed it. Now even if the same animation stacking up doesn't work, and it only does 2 animations, you still get 15% plus 35% equals 50%, 15% plus 50% equals 65%, and 50% plus 35% equals 85%. So at worst, the odds are a good 50-50 or over, and it might be down to luck that you feed it most of the time. That's why it looks like the stack up method works. Then you have separate, where people think that it needs to do each one of the 3 separate animations. The head swing for 15%, the ear flap for 35%, and the trunk wiggle for 50%. and only when it has done all 3 will it give you a 100% chance to feed it. So if a Dinotherium does the same animation and shakes its head 4 times, you'll only get 15%. The other same animations don't count. You have to get all 3 separate ones, and only then will it give you a 100% chance of feeding. I tend to think that this second separate way of thinking is correct, that you have to get all 3 separate animations. Because I've tamed many of them thinking that all the animations stack up, and it does work 90 to 95% of the time. However, there's always been an anomaly a couple of times, where it should have been 100% or over, but it still attacks me. Even when everything was perfect, I didn't go mid-animation, and there was no reason at all for it to fail. So I would go with the thinking you need all 3 separate animations to get 100%, because that would explain the anomaly of the stack method not working a few times, but most of the time it does. If you're not that confident in taming one of these, you can equip a shield and protect yourself from stomps. However, it won't last long and only take a few hits to break it. That's why I'd still have a bird behind you to escape on. Let's move in when it's not ready. I'll get hit. This is a normal standard shield. Put it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and it's broken. Then you got to make a run for it. So let's go back to my tame. It's been a while. It loses aggro quickly after it's gone mad. It's sniffing. Its ears are pointing out at 90 degrees, so it's happy. It's wiggled them straight away, so that's 35%. Head swing 15%. Head swing 15% again, if you go by the stack way of counting, or it's still on 50% if you go by separate. Another head swing, so if you were stacking the animation you should be at 80% now, but you'd only be on 50% if you did the animation separate. And a trunk wiggle for 50%. Now it's at 130 for stack, or 100% if you were counting each separate animation. If you wait too long and don't go in, then it'll get annoyed. It will step forward and stomp as it's about to attack you, so at that point I'd run off. I moved away so it didn't chase me. Once you've fed it a beer, you can wait quite a long time before you feed it another. The taming bar won't shoot down or anything, so you've got time to recover from any mistakes. Let's kill these. But you can see the colour around it. You heard it do a call, so it's done a buff on itself. Let's go in again. Its nose is up and still sniffing for beer. Starts with a head swing, 15%. Its ears are pointing 90 degrees out, so it's friendly. Another head swing, so we're on 30, or only 15% still if you go by separate. Another head swing, so we're on 45, or still on 15%. Another head swing, so we're on 60 if you believe they stack, or we're still on 15% if you think it's separate. And another head swing, so it's either 75% or still on 15. Just make sure there's enough beer. Then an ear wiggle for 35%, which gives us 110 if you think it stacks, or we're only on 50% if you think it's separate. So if you thought the animations were separate, you had a 50-50 chance if it had worked or not. So both ways of counting worked that time, but one of them might have been down to 50% luck. Now you know most of its mechanics, let's go over the do's and don'ts. Don't just land and start taming. You need to kill all the hostile creatures around you first, otherwise they're going to interrupt your taming. Don't wear ghillie armour. This tame is based on trust. It's seeing you and letting you feed it beer. If you wear ghillie, it makes you mostly invisible to it. It won't be able to see you, so it won't face you, so you won't be able to start taming. It'll keep sniffing for the beer, but it won't do anything apart from that. Only when you switch back to your normal armour will it be able to see you, so it turns around and you can start taming it. Move closer. There you go, you can see me now. Now, because taming this can be a bit tricky, let's have a quiz and I'll test you. When it wiggles its ears, when I go in, will it take the beer or will it attack me? What's your answer? It's wiggled, go in, and it stomped me. Its ears were pointed back, so it was angry with me. Hopefully you got that one right. Another don't is don't leave your bird too far behind you. The Dinotherium can run really fast, so if your bird's too far away, you're going to get hammered before you can get to it. Is this one going to take the beer or attack me? Its ears are sticking out to the side. The wiggle, I go in. Yep, it took the beer. Make sure you stand right between its front legs, because if you stand too far back where its trunk is, it won't take the beer and will just stomp you instead. Sometimes it can be bugged, whether it's stuck in a tree, a rock, or in water, like this one where it's just stuck here. You can try and grab its aggro to move it, otherwise you can fly out of render range to reset it and then come back. This one's trunk is to the left, so it doesn't want to be fed, and if you go close to it, it'll attack you. Right, let's tame one for real. The bird's behind me. It's having a sniff. Human. Right, it's facing me. Its trunk is to the left, so it's not interested in being fed. So back away. Let it reset. Let it be at ease. Be nice and relaxed now. Okay, let's go down and try again. He's having a sniff. He's wiggling. That's 35. Another ear wiggle, which we won't count. A trunk swing, which is 50. Then swing in the head, so it's done all three separate animations, so there should be a 100% chance we could feed it. Yep, he's took the beer, but both counting techniques took us to 100 or over. Let's get my bird. Let's go in again, sniffing. Oh, his trunk's to the left, meaning he doesn't want to be fed. Let's back away again. Give him space so he can reset. Okay, let's go back. He's having a sniff. Now this one's interesting. Note, I'm on a slope. There's 15. Another head shake. Another head shake, so we're either on 45 or 15. Another head shake, 60 or 15. Near wiggle adds 35, so the total is 95 or 50. Another ear wiggle. I'll go in because the stack numbers is over 100, but because I'm on a slope, when I try and walk between its legs, its trunk blocks me, so I can't get in the right position and it attacks me. So watch out for that and don't tame it on a slope going down. Or was it because my separate number percentage was only 50? See, a good shield can be useful. I got away and reset it. Come on, big fella. Right, that's a good start. 50. $15, so up to 65. Another head wiggle. So it's either 80 or 65. Another head wiggle, 95 or 60 still. Then an ear wiggle for a full set of 3 animations. And we're over 100 again, even if you were stacking your numbers. It's took the beer. Let's get out of there. Oh, need to escape. I wasn't happy with that for some reason, but the taming bar still went up. This time, I'm going to count it as stacks of numbers and do everything perfectly to prove that getting 3 separate animations is the way it works. Head shake, that's 15. Another 15, up to 30. Here we go, so up to 65. Head shake up to 80. Another head shake up to 95. Another head shake, so at 110. I go in between its legs, but it still stamps on me. Its ears were sticking out, so it's friendly. I'd got over 100% in feeding. So the only reason it failed could be it didn't do the trunk swing, so it was missing 50 points, as it didn't do all 3 animations. So looking out for all 3 separate animations looks like the way to tame it. I've made it lighter so you can see. Right, head shake 15. Ear flap. So that's 50. Trunk swing, that's another 50. That's all 3 animations to take me to 100. Let's see what happens when I go over. Walk between its legs, and there we go. We've tamed it. Yeah, now I'm sure it needs to do the 3 separate animations. And to prove that, I'm going to purely use a separate counting technique. It's actually easier, as you only have to look for 3 animations, instead of counting loads of different ones. Right, put the beer in. Let's get closer. He's having a sniff. There's a head swing. 15. Ear flap, 35. Just looking for the trunk wiggle now. Nope, that doesn't count. No, already had the ears. No, we don't need that one. Nope. The trunk wiggle seems the rarest one. No, don't want. Oh, it's coming towards her. Get on your bird. Fly straight up. See out of range. It'll reset. I was wondering why when you started taming it, you could leave it so long without the taming bar going down. And that's probably because if it didn't do all 3 animations, you'd have to back away and reset it, then try again to get all 3 gestures. So have a little sniff again. Right, here goes. Head shake. You don't even have to count the numbers. Ear wiggle. Just looking for a trunk wiggle now. No, we don't want ears again. It's glitching on a rock. There we go. Trunk wiggle. We've got all 3. Go in. Stand underneath its legs. And it takes it. Run away. Get to your bird just in case it follows. It's sniffing again. Let's try and go in straight away. Come on, turn around. Other herbivore creatures don't seem to bother it. Ear flap. Oh, nice. Trunk wiggle. Just looking for the head swing now. There we go. We got all three again. Wait for it to finish. Then go in. Another successful feed. You don't want to go in while it's doing its animation. It might balls it up. And one more should do it. I don't really need my shield. As I'm now using the proper technique, it's not likely to hit me. Is that a trunk wiggle? Yes, it is. Head shake. Just looking for the ears now. There we go. Again. Go a bit closer. There you go. It's taking it. I hope this proves the 3 separate animation technique is a way it's meant to work. I didn't know that before I started making this video 4 days ago. So please like, subscribe and share to make it worth it. Thank you. So that should be everything you encounter on your tamer Dinotherium. Once you've got it tamed, let's put the saddle on. Look at that. Looks quite nice. There's a lot of detail on that saddle. Right, let's have a look what it can do. First, let's see how fast it is. Keep an eye on its stamina bar. For a big fella, it's really fast. And its stamina's hardly going down at all. So it's really good for travelling. Look, we've come all that way and it's only used that much stamina. Let's try farming. So it gives you wood and thatch. And berries too. A good all-round harvester. Right mouse button does a trunk swing. Left mouse button does a stomp. It doesn't break rock. That's what we've collected so far. It's like a Bronto that collects everything. If you're on a male and press C, you'll do a roar and you'll get a damage buff. You start glowing red. Put a HUD back on, and in the top right you can see the buff counting down. That only lasts a short time. Then when you're on a female and press C, you'll get a defensive buff, and they stack with the other female defensive buffs. So it's best to have one male that gives the attack buff, then many people on females given defensive buffs. The defensive buff is green. I just take the saddle off and hop onto the male, and his attack buff is red. And you can have all of them on together. And that's a Dinotherium. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, or if I've missed anything. If this video was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd click like and subscribe if you've not already, as it will help out my channel. Click bell notifications on all to get notified when I upload next, and share this video with your friends please, as it helps me out. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll link other videos at the end. Goodbye. I spend a lot of time on X now, so you can talk to me on there if you like, and I'll reply back to you. Here's the address, so you can keep up with my gaming news. It'd be great if you could go to it and follow